Paragraph structure, topic stringing, and topic linking. Topic stringing and topic linking. This is analyzing paragraph structure to achieve coherence, which basically means looking at all of the sentences in a paragraph and seeing how they're connected so that we can follow them. And that's what coherence is, being able to follow the connections. There are two types of ways to do this, and one is called topic stringing. Topic stringing is a continuous reference to a topic or a keyword. It depends on your paragraph. This topic or keyword can be referenced in a bunch of different ways. Sometimes you're going to use pronouns. Sometimes you're going to use synonyms for that topic or keyword. Because if you use the same words over and over, your writing is super boring. So think about it kind of like this tassel. At the top, you've got this totally connected, totally focused topic. And then from that topic spread numerous different strings that get you to different ideas. And altogether, they create a paragraph, a chunk of information that's connected. So this is another way to look at it, and this is much easier. This is how you actually analyze your paragraph. The topic of your paragraph is A, and your first sentence or set of sentences is going to connect that topic A to a topic B. And then you're going to go back to your main topic A, and you'll connect it to a different idea, to C. And you go back to A, and you'll connect it to yet another different idea, which is D. And you'll bring us back to A, remind us what the topic is and what the paragraph's about, and you'll connect it to E. Let me show you what this looks like. So this is our first example. Equity is difficult to achieve. So we know that this paragraph is going to be based on equity and this idea of equity. But right off the bat, we know it's difficult to achieve, so A and B. Then the it in the second line refers to equity. It's a pronoun for equity. And we're connecting equity now to this idea of agreement. And then we use it again to refer to equity. And we connect equity to the idea of analysis. And we go back one more time in a thoughtful way to the word equity. And then we connect that to a long process of consideration. So you can see how equity is mentioned multiple times in the paragraph, and all of the different ideas are bundled together and strung from that topic of equity. Here's another example of a string. So in this one, we're starting with our research. So this whole paragraph is going to be about our research. And so our research demonstrates the effect of metacognition. We've connected the research to a different idea, metacognition. We is a weird transitional replacement synonym for our research. Because of the second person reference, our and we, I guess that's first person, sorry, that they're alike. And now we're connecting it to a different idea, reflection. Okay, and then in the next sentence, our data is again referencing this research that we've done, and we connect it to the idea of applying concepts. And that's doubling that idea and then connecting it to transfer. So we've got a bunch of synonyms and pronouns for what they did for this research process, and then they've connected it to different ideas. And we can follow along because we know that the main topic is this research and what they did. Okay. Now, a different way of looking at your paragraph and looking at the structure and seeing how it's structured is topic linking. And so these are shifting topics or keywords that are connected to each other, and they reference the connections and ideas between them. And so you use one to get to another. And a good way to think about this is a chain. And so you've got one link, and one side of that link is connected to one idea, and the other side of that link is connected to a different idea. And then that second link is connected to a different idea, and the second link is connected to a different idea. So to look at it with those alphabet letters, you go from A to the idea of B. You go from B, you already got B, and so you start at B again. You go to C, and then you take C, and you connect C to D, and you take D and you connect D to E. And so this introduces a lot of different ideas, but they're connected because we're referencing them again and again and again to get from one to the other. Let me show you an example of this. So In this one, we're going back to equity. Achieving equity requires hard work. So we get from equity to work. We must begin that work immediately. And so we've got this idea of we beginning work. And in this case, we kind of switch the order of things, but because we've got the same word, it still works. It's linked. That word links these ideas. Preparing ourselves for a period of confusion and shifts in beliefs. And so the we is connected to ourselves, and then we get from that ourselves to the shifts. Our shifts in beliefs will result in a new culture for students. And so we've used that exact same word, shifts, to show that there's a link. And then we get to this new idea of culture for students. So you can see how you move from one to the other, and from the other to another, and so on and so on. Here's another example. So we start with our research, and it demonstrates the value of metacognition. And then we repeat that word. Metacognition allows for greater student learning, which is a synonym for the, or not a synonym, it's a pronoun for the student learning. In turn, prepares students for transfer of concepts. So we've gone to a different idea. And then we reference that transfer by calling it this transfer allows for real application to varied areas of life. So the paragraph starts with research, but it ends up talking about the application of learning. And you get there through this chain of ideas connected to each other. And this way, the reader never loses the track. The reader can always follow those keywords and know we're going from one place to another, one place to another, one place to another. And why does this matter? Sometimes paragraphs break down. Readers might be confused, and you might be confused during the writing process or when you're reading your own writing. And so use it this way. Make a string or a link. And this is a way during the writing process to keep writing. If you start with one topic, you can either think about all the different ideas that are connected to that one topic and make a string, a little tassel, or you can link that topic to a new topic and then keep moving to different ideas and different ideas. And sometimes the paragraphs break down. You can try them both ways and see which way works better. And this is labor intensive, but when you're stuck, it helps. And you can also look for those broken links and fill them in. And then also analyze your strings or your links. And this is a good way to reorganize and revise for coherence and for clarity. So if you've got a paragraph that's just a mess, if you've got a bunch of sentences that are just a mess, look through them. Did you make a string? Did you make a link? And if you don't have them, if something's broken, add in what's missing so that your paragraph makes more sense.